Ladies and gentlemen of the old world, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to Sid Meier's Civilization 7. Today we're going to be doing a playthrough of Antiquity using Augustus and Rome. So as you know in Civilization 7, you are able to play, for example, Augustus, and then when we go to the Antiquity age, you can see I can choose other options. So I could play as Augustus and have him lead Greece. So there's a lot of different synergies and things you can do because obviously the various leaders of the civilizations do have different abilities, and you can mix them with the abilities of these various Antiquity civilizations. And then when you're able to reach the age of exploration and the modern age, you pick another route to go. So for example, and what I'm going to be doing in my playthrough is we're going to be starting with Augustus, and then we're going to be going to the age of exploration. So obviously starting with Rome in the Antiquity age down here. So it is one of the options. And I feel it's very synergistic with the direction we want to go. And I'll be talking about my strategy shortly. So we're going to be going with Rome, and then from there, what we're going to be doing in the Age of Exploration is going to Spain. So we're going to be playing Spain, which has some good synergies with what we developed as a legacy with Rome. Will allow us to kind of set up, a territory in faraway lands using the conquistador mechanic, and it's very cool though. You can go a couple different directions, and different leaders and different things will unlock different options as you do progress. But on that note, thank you to Sid Meier's Civilization 7 for sponsoring today's stream, and I'm very, very excited to dive into this game. My future plans for the game, we're going to be doing a ton of multiplayer. That's going to be the jam. I'm thinking a lot of like 4-player free-for-all, so using like small to medium-sized maps with a relatively quick turn timer, quick progression, and we're just going to be having super sweaty, super fun multiplayer battles, which I think has so much potential. There's so many schemes. We're playing Augustus, and as you can see in the title here, he is a cultural expansionist, which I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. I know many of you guys are probably hardcore veterans of Civilization 5 and 6. I played a ton of 5. I didn't play any 6, so I'm getting back into it now. But again, we'll explain that in a minute. But he, for example, is all about expanding, having a ton of cities and having that synergize with buffing up your capital city. But you can just do the funniest schemes in multiplayer. If you look at Machiavelli, dude, he's totally the Palpatine of this game. Look at him. He actually rubs his hands together. I love it. But this guy basically is all about influence and political machinations. You can even levy troops from city-states, which are like nearby neutral, city-states until you make them your ally or whatever. But he doesn't have to make them their ally. He can levy the troops from those city-states by just, paying money and scheming and whatnot, right? So you could totally be Palpatine with Machiavelli, and he's going to be one of the first ones that I do some multiplayer playthroughs with. You could just look super weak. Your opponent's, looking at your base and your lands, and he doesn't even have an army, and then suddenly Machiavelli uses all the gold he gets from his diplomatic scheming to levy troops instantly and just summon an army, right? There's all sorts of schemes, and there's so many different leaders, and Machiavelli can also be played in a bunch of different ways, right? Because this is just the leader. Whatever civilization you put him with is going to further augment or, make a more dynamic strategy out of what you want to do. So very, very neat stuff. Anyways, now we're going to be talking about Augustus. So he gets +2 production in the capital, so your main megacity, Roma in this case, for every town. So what we're going to be doing is just spamming towns. We're going to be getting settlers, pumping them out nonstop, setting up a bunch of towns, which of course will provide resources of their own, and that's going to be pumping up the production in our capital city of Rome, which then we can spam wonders using the production. And we're going to be playing, like the title says, I really love this playstyle. It's always been my favorite. Cultural expansion, having a big mega city with a bunch of, the towns are the tier 1, essentially, of your settlements that you set up with a settler, and then you have to pay gold to make it into a city. Now, normally in the towns, you're not able to, build in them, right? You're able to claim nearby nodes and territories to get resources to augment the city. But what's cool about Augustus is you can purchase culture buildings in towns, even if it's just a town and not a city, which is really, really nice. So we're going to keep them as towns, not upgrade them into cities. And we're just going to just feast on the production and build a bunch of wonders. And from there, we're also going to take a bit of a military spin, and we're going to make the legions. And we'll show you that in just a second. So you can see everything with Augustus here. By the way, you might be wondering about the mementos. So as you level up characters, I played a little bit of Augustus. I haven't played this game much at all, just enough to learn the basics. You unlock different mementos. So these are different things you can use to further customize your civilization. So for example, the Sword of Brennus, 400 gold for every settlement returned in a peace deal. Here you can see you get +3 sight to your scouts, but you lose the ability to use their search and lookout abilities. So you can augment and customize. This one's very cool. +1 settlement limit per age, but 50% convert to city cost. So this is really, really synergistic with what we want to do. It's going to make it so we have a mega city. We can get more settlements, but converting them to cities is more expensive, but we don't care about that, right? So we're not going to use mementos for today. But when you get into multiplayer, this is going to be super fun. Even more customization. And that really is the name of the game that, I've experienced so far is it's one of those things where you just like, you're laying there thinking of all these synergies and schemes with these different characters and trying to figure it out, right? But that's going to be the jam there. So we are going to be playing with Augustus Imperium Maius here, and now we're going to go to the Age of Antiquity. He's looking cool. He's got his awesome cane here, and it has some recommendations, obviously. And I think the recommendations so far, I've played a couple Antiquity playthroughs so far. I played with Augustus in Rome. I played with Harriet Tubman. I also played a little bit with Machiavelli and also with Xerxes. But the recommendations are usually pretty accurate with what you want to be doing. But again, there's so much dynamic stuff you can do here. So with Rome, +1 culture on districts in the capital and city centers and towns. So really you can see Rome is just all about getting that fat capital. And I'll show you what districts are once we load into the game. And 30% production towards the construction of the Colosseum. So that is a building that we're going to be unlocking. Other unique traits: Roman unique infantry unit, +2 combat strength for every tradition in the government. So you unlock traditions by going with culture and then using your culture points to tech up the civic tree. So there's 2 tech trees. There's a science tree, which is like mainstream tech. It's like the wheel, it's currency, engineering. And then the civic tree is going to be unlocking a lot of cultural specific stuff. So all these different civilizations, for example, will have their own unique civic tree with some, crossover and ones that they do share. But we're really going to be hitting the civic tree hard. Our science is going to be a little bit weak sauce in the beginning because we're going to be hitting civic and not developing our science a lot. But from there, once you get a bunch of cities and they're all producing science, you can catch up to the other civilizations. And also, if anybody jumps really far ahead of us, we can use our Roman legions, which is another strategy I'm going to be employing, to overwhelm them in the Age of Antiquity. They are very, very strong, and they get work done. You need to get bronze working so you don't get them right away. For example, if you're playing like the Mayans or something, you can get earlier specialist infantry, but the Roman legions, when they do pop out, they get the combat strength bonus for all the traditions. You get really, really sauced. So we have Legatus as well. Roman unique army commander gains 1 charge to create a new settlement for every 3 levels it has, which is really cool. So as your legions are out conquesting, you can use the Legatus to build up a settlement, which is awesome. So you don't have to have a settler, right? I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet, but maybe in today's playthrough we will. We have the Forum as well. It is Roman unique quarter. So quarters are essentially like in your city that you can have multiple build slots within one kind of tile. So you create this by constructing the Basilica and the Temple of Jupiter in the same district, and this gives you culture and gold for every unique tradition in the government. So you really want to make sure, most of these civs will have like, not all of them, but some will have like unique types of districts. Like here's a unique quarter right here for the Myra. And you can see they just have different building requirements. So you want to make sure you enjoy that. And these are the unique buildings, the Basilica and the Temple of Jupiter, which if you combine them in one district together, you're going to be feasting like the heathen kings of old. So here you can see who your unlock options are. So you can be the Normans, you can Spain, and then those are your 2 options with currently the angle I'm going at. So you can be the Normans or Spain. And then in the modern age, you could be America, the French Empire, or the Prussians. So a lot to work with there. So that is the jam, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be jumping in. I'm going to be playing on like medium difficulty. I'm not super good at this game, but as we play it more, we'll definitely be doing some of the challenges, playing on the higher difficulties and seeing, pushing the limits really, which is going to be fun. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can bring the glory to Rome. So it begins, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on the loading screen, and you can see some of the attributes we did talk about earlier. So the Legion, Legatus, Basilica, and the Temple of Jupiter. And let's get this going. Let's see how this goes. Should be fun. So we're going to be loading in here, and one of the first things that you're going to want to do is go on over here to the lens toggle, and from here you can toggle on the resources, what you want to be looking at. This is very, very helpful stuff. So you can put on the yields, and I highly recommend this. It's going to be letting you see, the different expansion options that you do have. The game usually puts you in a pretty good spot for where you want to be starting, but there are going to be situations where, hey, it might be a little bit more optimal to move one tile down here and then do a settlement. You guys get the idea, but for now, we're going to be starting right here. So let's go ahead and talk about all the basic UI and whatnot. So up in the top left, this is our age progress. So you start in the Age of Antiquity to the Age of Exploration to the Modern Age. So you're going to be able to track your age progress. And there's a multitude of variables that contribute to your age progress, whether it's military conquest, cultural advancement, science, whatever. And also just there's a perpetual advancement from what I can tell. This right here is going to be your basic tech. So this is just your research, and you always start with agriculture, but from here you can view the tree and look at everything. So For example, if we want to get the Roman legionaries, we are going to need to go down to bronze working. So this is going to be unlocking the Roman legions. And you can see we have the buildings. The buildings are kind of in these circles right here. And these little plus icons, let me see if it'll let me look right now. But yeah, you can look. So this gives us embarkation and food on fishing boats. The purple icons right here, those are espionage and different political things, right? So if you go to writing and then you get the writing mastery, which is a separate research, it gives you the steel technology, which is very good. Playing with Machiavelli, I was really playing kind of financial scheming, but I didn't really have really good science. So what you can do is you can use your diplomacy and your espionage to steal technology from people using that. And within 15 turns, I believe is what it takes, and I think it can be faster. You steal technology from someone that they have researched and you have not. So if somebody's way ahead of you, great way to catch them. So there's a lot to dig into here with the tech tree, and we certainly will as we progress here today. On top of that, you do have the civic tech tree. So this is the civic tech tree, which is different, and this is going to be different depending on the civ that you're playing, right? So we start with the chiefdom, and then mysticism here is going to give us access to a pantheon, which is usually pretty good to do early. It gives you gold in each settlement. So with Rome, you really want to be looking for things that say each settlement or all settlements. So every town you have as you're expanding, gold in each settlement, civ in each settlement, happiness in each settlement. All those things are just uber important. And the little feathers, so the quill and feather, those are basically public policies that you can add to your civic structure. And you'll see that very quickly as we get into this playthrough here. You're going to be able to see me applying the priesthood here, clan networks, which gives us food in all settlements. It's super good, right? So you have discipline, mastery, tactics, organized military, and it just keeps going on and on. And there are going to be Roman unique ones in here as well, which you'll see popping in as we do progress. So that is the civic tree. And then I think we're about ready to quit messing around. So you can zoom out here. You can see the mini map right there and look at the resources near us. So we do have wool, which gives us production and happiness if we assign it to our city. And yeah, so we have our settler or our founder. So we're going to be founding Rome here. So Rome is activated, and the first thing that you do in pretty much every civ game is going to be making a scout. So we're going to click the scout, and that will only take one turn. Other things to look at, your resources up top. So food, production, gold, science, culture, happiness, and then this is going to be political influence. So like, for example, Machiavelli starts with like a bonus to his political abilities. So he starts at plus 13, you start at plus 10 with most civilizations. That's not going to be uber important to us. We're going to be taking an extremely neutral approach to most diplomacy. And then once we find our nearest neighbor, just like I do in Age of Empires, we're going to be trying to conquer them. And yeah, should be a good time. You can also rapid purchase things. I don't have any options yet, but you can just use hard gold to purchase things. And that's a unique ability of Augustus, is that you can purchase buildings in towns that you normally couldn't purchase because you need them to be cities to dictate the building. So yeah, that's basically the jam, guys. And this will be a little bit of a slower playthrough where we talk things through, but I will, of course, on my streams, so it'll be faster, a little bit more action pace and all that kind of good stuff. And those will be coming up shortly. So we are all good to go, and it'll prompt you for the next turn here. So we're just going to pass turn. And we haven't discovered anybody. You're going to be seeing the diplomacy tabs pop up here. And cool. So now we have our scout. I usually like to build 2 scouts. I find it's very useful for planning, and we're just going to start waddling. So with your scouts, you have a couple options. We're going to move him here, and he's got his dogs. Who let the dogs out? We have our granary, obviously, which gives us plus 1 food on farms, pastures, and plantations. So you can like add this to upgrade your plots as you do grab them. But we're going to build another scout, which is going to take 6 turns. And you can use the lookout, which increases their sight range, or the search, which means they stay still, but they look in extra tiles around them, which we'll show you next turn. So for technology, a little bit tricky. I don't really know what's optimal yet. I'm an absolute potato at this game in terms of like deep knowledge. So we're just going to start with mostly the recommendations. Sailing, we're not really near the water, so we're not going to benefit too much from the early sailing text. Granted, we will eventually get all of these. Pottery does give us food on plantations and also the brickyard, but we're going to go for animal husbandry here. All right, so we're all good. Next turn's going to pop up. And the turns go really quick in this game, in my experience. Let's head on down here. It looks like we do have, this is really good. We really want silk. Silk gives you plus 10% culture. So you guys are going to see that become very, very important for us. And as you're teching too, so if we go to the tech tree real quick and take a look, we want to peek over here. It's important to plan if you're playing like a civ that wants to build wonders, right? Because these are going to give different things. The Hanging Gardens is a really nice one. It gives you plus a bonus to your food and 10% growth rate in all of your cities, which is great. Granted, it's cities, so I don't think that's going to be applying to our settlements. Maybe it will. I'm not 100% sure. but it also gives you an expansionist attribute. There's a lot to look at here. This is the Great Stele up here. This gives you a flat 200 gold when it finishes, so it's kind of nice for a little bit of an economic boost here. And then masonry down here gives you access to, I believe, the pyramids. Yeah, which is neat. And if you build it on a navigatable river, you also get more bonuses. But yeah, I would say Rome is pretty good at building wonders. It's definitely something they're not bad at. So we're going to need to figure out which one we want to build first. Hanging Gardens is pretty sweet, and it does get us pretty close to bronze working, so I'm thinking that we're going to go that way, and animal husbandry, and then we're going to go ahead and try and get the Hanging Gardens. Food and growth in general is just really good to get early on, I think. I'm a bit of a potato there, but we'll figure it out. So that's going to be the plan, and now we get to grow our city. So as the city grows, based on the amount of food it's getting, you can claim a tile. So when you set up here, it's gonna claim whatever specialist resource you have here, and then also it's gonna just start giving you a yield of what you see. So if I claim this tile, it's gonna give me +2 production in my city, which means I'll build faster. And over here, this will give us food and passive income. Yeah, you guys get the idea. So I'm going to take this because we are going to get wool right out of the gates. Granted, there are other resources, but we want the sheep. So then when we go to the city, there's going to be a prompt popping up which will let me assign the resources, although I think it will automatically assign it since it's just the only one I have right now. So the other scout's coming, and great. So I think we are all right. Do we want to keep moving down here? Yeah, let's keep waddling down this way, and we're going to go ahead and pass the turn, and we will see who we discover first. All right, so the turn has been passed. We're going to go ahead and explore this. So the search feature. So you see it does a wide search. So that's really nice for planning which direction you want to go. It does use all of your action points, but it's overall pretty worth it. All right. And again, next turn, you see it goes very, very quickly. And we are progressing in the age. So you can see there is passive progression here. Okay, so do we have our next scout? We do not. And purchase, I could use just raw gold to buy this, but my income is very poor right now, right? So we're in the very early stages of the game. Okay, so let's keep waddling down here. And so what do we got here? It looks like there was a prompt that I just clicked a little bit too fast, so we'll try and get that again. Oh, no, we still have it. So Petty Warlord has driven a community of artisans from their home, and they've been building chariots. Anyone who helps them reclaim their home is welcome to them. I'm going to have to move on for now because it costs 50 gold, but I will... Oh, no, okay. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the resources for that. Too bad. So the other scout should be popping out here. So here he is. So we're going to use him to scout this direction. I really need to know where the local city-states are, because they attack you right away. They're very, like the classic barbarian mechanic. We're going to be finishing the animal husbandry soon. I can start in the granary, and you can see, convert the tile to an urban tile. So when you build an upgrade, it's going to convert it to an urban tile, and then you can see it kind of becomes a district where you can put a couple things, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if we want to do this quite yet. I guess we could just do the most simplistic one here, and we could just slap that down. So it's going to convert it to an urban tile, which we can then make into a district and have multiple buildings and things like that. All right. Keep expanding, and we will see what we can find. Okay, so there's a scout. I believe that's from a city-state. Now, I like to save all my influence in the beginning. It's not much, but when I find a city-state, what I like to do is ally it very quickly, because that just takes so much pressure off you in terms of military. And when they become your allies, they'll help you eventually, and it gives you cool customization options for the city-states. Like there's entire civilization, built around city-state play, like Tecumseh. I believe he's one of the Native American leaders. He has really cool, like every city-state you ally with gives you food and production in your capital city. So he's also very good for this playstyle, but rather than building more cities, he really plays like mega city, which I love that style. It's so fun. Okay, so we've discovered a peoples over here. So let's see. Yeah, these are the Kutai that's a Marta Ntipura. So yeah, we can befriend them eventually, but for now they're going to attack us. We have two options. So we can befriend them, or we can incite a raid. Incite an independent power to raid another civilization. Now, this is what Machiavelli's all about. You find one of these independent peoples, you incite them to attack another civilization, and you just cackle in the shadows, right? There's so much fun stuff with that. So we can grow our city again, and you can see the reach is going. So we have a couple of good options. I think I'm going to grab the chickens up here, and that will build a farm. It just builds a farm for you, and we're going to get happiness too from that, which is great. And also puts us on the water so we can start exploring sailing technology at some point. All right, so it looks fine over here, and you've explored as well. And now let's go to the next turn. All right, so we've discovered Benjamin Franklin, Big Ben up in here. All right, so we have gotten the text. Let's take note. So we get a saw pit, +1 production on camps and woodcutters. And we also get the slinger, which is an Antiquity archer unit, which is very, very good against when you're getting swarmed. plus 1 production on camps and woodcutters, and +1 food on pasture. So that should, we should have a pasture up here, I believe, or a farm. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, do we have a pasture somewhere? Yeah, we do. So now we get +1 food on this. See, we didn't have the food before, but the tech gave it to us. So pretty sweet. All right, so the next tech that we're going to be doing, let's explore our options here. So we have animal husbandry. Probably pottery is going to be next on the docket. So that is our science recommendation, although you can just skip ahead to masonry. So what does masonry give us? Monument, +2 culture and +1 influence. That's really, really nice. And you get +1 culture for each mountainous terrain, which I don't know if we have any mountainous terrain. Flat grassland, yeah. But that does give us the pyramids. Navigatable rivers? Okay, so we could drop the pyramids right down here, and there is a river. Okay, so let's actually just go a little bit of a deep tech and build the pyramids. Why not? Let's have some fun. We've also met a new civilization, so Big Ben, yeah, he's coming. He's got some cool traits. He's all about science and rapid tech. Okay, we both have a cane. I can respect you as one man to another as we hold our mighty sticks. So you can do a friendly greeting, which is going to be taking this. That immediately improves our relationship. But I'm going to do neutral greeting because I want to save my influence, which isn't much right now. I want to save it. You can do open borders. Cultural exchange is really nice. And then you can see the hostile options. Like you can hinder people's production. I mean, there's all sorts of political schemes. And you unlock way more too. This is just the start. The cultural exchange is neat. And so, for example, you might be wondering, if I issue a cultural exchange, I pay the 60 influence, but let's say your opponent has 0 influence. Well, that means that they have to pay the influence to match your cultural exchange. And if they don't pay for it, they get a worse end of the stick. So for example, I'm going to get +4 culture and they're going to get like less than me. So that is that. But again, I'm saving that right now. There's nothing I really want to do there. So yeah, we're just going to chill out. The Grand Canyon. All right. We definitely should go explore that, which I think we are already. Yeah, here's the Grand Canyon. So Grand Canyon, +2 science on flat terrain. Oh, that's nice. So, oh, wow. Look at all the happiness and culture you get from that. Who's over here? Oh, is it Xerxes? Okay, dude. Sorry, Xerxes. You might have to be the first to go. So we do have Xerxes, the king of kings over here. So definitely am not, yeah, because he's going to just feast on this. I could rush a settler over there and try and grab it, but, oh, man, okay. I think we're going to get a little crazy with that. So we've met Xerxes. He's very cool. Yeah. So we're going to go neutral with you, because if I become friends with him, it becomes harder to go to war with him later. Xerxes has 2 options. You could play military Xerxes or trade Xerxes. There's actually 2 unique characters that you can explore, which is pretty cool. All right, nothing we want to do there. Just going to be saving up our money. Our influence is going, and let us pass, and we'll build a settler as soon as it becomes available to us. Okay, so narrative choice. So narrative choices just pop up every now and then, and there are things to augment them, but the Senate is in session and the voices are raised in conflict. The lone senator speaks out against the imperial fiat, while Augustus supporters seek to drown him out. So, okay, it gives us a quest to build 3 monuments, which is super, super what we want to be doing, right? 15% production towards training infantry, or we just take the gold. So we're going to take the quest and build monuments because we are going to go to the monument tech for sure. So now we have reached the first threshold of our civics. So we can do Civic Romanus. So this gives us the Basilica, and this gives us the Temple of Jupiter. So we need to get both of these to get that unique district we were talking about. I could rush mysticism. I need to build monuments, right? So monuments are, let me see. I don't know if they come from here. So that's going to give us this. And that's going to give us the altar. Yeah, that's the oracle. The oracle is very, very good. It gives you culture. And whenever a narrative event happens, you get even more culture. So it's pretty sweet. All right. So we're just kind of peeking around here, seeing what our options are. That lets you get the terracotta army. This is obviously more the military tree, but the legions are pretty good. They handle their business. All right. So anyways, what were we going to choose? It's 15 turns till it's active. That also gives us, what does it give us? Yeah, +1 influence for each adjacent culture constructible, and training infantry grants culture equal to their cost, which is really cool because then as you build an army, you get culture. Temple of Jupiter gives +3 happiness, +1 culture for each adjacent happiness, and then I don't know. It's hard to choose for sure, but we're just going to go for the recommendations more or less, and now we can choose a form of government. So, Classical Republic gives you culture, 20% culture for 10 turns, and you get production towards constructing wonders. Science, and then there's food based. So we're going to do a Classical Republic. Yeah, that's going to be the jam. Social policies are available, so you can see you're going to eventually have like 20 of these. So we are going to go ahead and do charismatic leader, which is going to allow us to progress through the civics tree a lot faster. So, and whenever you unlock a new civics, it allows you to change your policies. So you're not like locked into one. So let's do an exploration here. All right, so we have Persia and Xerxes over there. And then on the other side, we are going to keep truffling around here. And it looks like we've discovered Big Ben. So Big Ben is down here. All right. Yeah, the Grand Canyon. Oh, God, he's already got part of it. That's going to put him so far ahead. That's so good. And you can look at the resources of your enemies up here by just like tabbing through them. All right. Or allies. You could totally just play a peaceful playthrough. Diplomatic action. So here's an example of this. Xerxes has sent a military aid agreement. So I can spend 60 influence and get the full benefit that he's getting, or I can just accept it, and then I get 2 gold per turn, and he gets the combat strength, and I don't get the combat strength. So I'm just happily going to take 2 gold per turn. We're not at war. Like, who's even fighting, you know? Like, we're totally chilling here. All right, so in the main city, we're going to be finishing the granary soon. We do have some more units. Let's continue scouting around here. And we want to be really diligent about scouting. I'm telling you, it's such a boon to know where everything is. All right, so we're going to look at the buildings here. Masonry gives us access to the altar. So we have a quest for that. Yeah, the monument. Okay, so we're already on masonry, so we are ahead of the curve. We're good. And as soon as we get the dreaded settler, we're going to feast. All right, so production is up. We could build a saw pit, which is going to give us science. It gives us quite a bit. And you can see I can add it to this district. If it's green, it means you can add it to another district, or I can convert it. So I'm just going to add the saw pit here and just have like, a very well-developed district here, which is going to be good. All right, let's keep exploring. We found another people. So I could incite them to attack if I wanted to. I could incite them to attack Xerxes. So, dude, I can't wait to do that in multiplayer. Oh, my God. The Machiavellian scheming is going to be, I think, my favorite thing. Granted, Rome has always been my go-to in the Civ games. Back in Brave New World was just one of the goats. It was such a good game. All right, so let's keep progressing and see what's going here. We do see the scouts. And now we can build a settler. So the settlers have unlocked, and we're just going to be pumping these out. So we're going to just do this. I could raw purchase the settlers if I had the money, but I don't. So growing cities. All right, so this is the capital. This is this district here. So we want to see, yeah, we have some good options for sure. I mean, the hard food up here, this one's really good. Triple food and happiness. The happiness in the city is good. But in this game, there are crises that happen. But giving us cotton gives us some nice resources. So we're going to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and do the exploration so we can plan our trip and see what we want to do. Looking pretty good. And now we got to watch out for that free city there. They're going to attack us. We're at 120 influence. And to befriend, I definitely want to befriend the ones closest to me. I suspect there's one up here that I didn't amply scout, so that's unfortunate. But probably just these people here. We'll become homies with them. They're ready to go. Natural disasters also happen too. So if you're near rivers do tend to flood and it damages your terrain. So you got to watch out for that too. All right. So Xerxes wants open borders. Okay. You know what? We're chilling with that, Xerxes. Yeah. Cancel. This would spurn him, but I'm happy it's 2 gold per turn and I need the money right now. So we're going to roll with Xerxes and hopefully not get out schemed here. All right. Let's move down there. And then, buddy, you are going to come down here. We're going to keep exploring. And settlers a little ways off, but once the settlers get going, it's going to be just rapid fire. It's going to be just rapid fire, villainous cackling. All right, so let's go down here, and I'm thinking I need you to explore up here. I want to see if there's a free peoples up there that I can ally with. Yeah, it's very useful because you can levy troops from your free city allies. If you're in like a pinch, you can pay them and just basically conscript their troops and add them to your army, which is really, really good. So that's how like civs that are more diplomatic and more scheming can like manage a standing army without, building all the troops manually. All right, let's keep going down here. Oh, the Redwood Forest. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. That has some really good attributes. The Grand Canyon, though, I mean, getting a settler down there is going to be a pain. Maybe I have some options up here. So we're about to finish that district, which is going to be great. And good. So this district is done, and we have a granary and a saw pit there. Settler is going to be here in 4 turns. Diplomatic actions. So Xerxes wants... so if I don't spend influence, he gets 4 gold and I get 2, which I'm fine to do that. Allying the free peoples is going to be my priority. That's going to be 100% the priority here. All right, so we're going to keep jamming up there. I believe we have another unit we need to manage. So let's do a little bit of scouting. And So one of the abilities of the Americans in the age of... the modern age is they can use their prospectors to claim tiles away from their base, which is pretty cool. So America can do some funny stuff with that. Spain also has a tech the conquistador. So you get a bonus for, he's a settler, that a unique settler that can give you a huge bonus for setting up a base far away from your main base. So lots of fun stuff to try there. Okay, so where do we want to set up here? I think we're going to go ahead and grab this. This is nice. 2 production. It gives happiness and food. I mean, sign me up. That's a good deal right there. So Rome is growing. It looks like we are growing quite a bit faster than Xerxes over there. Wow, Xerxes is crushing us on science. He's got 21 science. So he must have gotten some natural terrain or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, trailing in technology. I know. Thank you. Thanks for rubbing it in, by the way. That's good to know. Well, the legions are going to have to equal that out at some point. We're gonna have to unga bunga over there. Okay, and let's get you guys going up here. Ouch. Okay, yeah, there's definitely, my scouts are under attack by these soldiers, so that's not good. Got to figure out where the other settler is going to go. Setting on the rivers is always good, and we do have some mountainous terrain here, which is decent for some different wonders. Yeah, we'll be building a wonder soon. All right, so let's get you over here, and are we going to be able to move you this way? I think we will. Good. So you got away. And hopefully you can waddle up here and not get hunted down. Okay, looks like he survived. Yes, this is what I want. This is perfect. These guys, does anybody befriend them? Yeah, okay. So we're going to befriend them, and within 15 turns, they're going to be friendly with us, and then they essentially become our ally. And you can spend influence to speed this along. So again, if you're playing a political faction, you can really, really just feast like the heathen kings of old here. This guy's awesome. Look at him. He's going to be a true ally to us. I can already feel it. All right, so that looks good, and we got our first settler. So it does recommend settlements. It's like, oh man, it's telling me to go drop one right in front of Xerxes here. It's like, why don't you just drop one right in front of him? The red tiles, I think, are like, don't settle here. And, oh, that's so aggro. Oh, that's why. Okay, he's got some crazy, he got incense there, so that's giving him plus science, and yeah, he's getting all the goodies right now. Granted, we will probably out-expand these guys. So I could go over here. I'd like to keep them kind of like close together. So let's just start waddling this way for now with our settlers. And we're going to go ahead and build another settler. So that's what our entire strategy is banked on, is just settlers. Severe drought has left these farmlands dormant, but the farmers, relentless, have devised a plan to irrigate, replenish. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good on happiness. So we're going to take the farmers into our culture, and we're going to enjoy the food. Yeah, they're like, hey man, let's go. This is actually not a bad spot. We do have some, I have to see what it looks like, but worst case, we just waddle down here. Oh man, that's really, really, really aggro there. Okay, so we have a new civic. We've unlocked the basilica, and now we can change our policies. So we have the cursus honorum training. This one's really good, but not yet. So there will come a time when we switch into this. This gives us culture for training infantry, which is super cool. I'm going to keep the culture for now, and we're going to go ahead and keep waddling up here and hope our settlers don't get ambushed by these warriors. They'll be our friends soon, but they're not our friends yet, so we need to be very, very cautious. This looks a little bit dodgy here, but I need to see what's up in this direction. All right, so from here, I think building my mega district is going to be very important. This one's cool. It gives you +2 gold in the capital for every town you own. So again, town spam is what we're doing. We'll do that next. We're going to do the Exertus Romanus. So this gives us the Temple of Jupiter, which is going to be our strategy here. So the basilica is there. We're going to plop it down here, and then we add the other unique building, and we are just feasting. So let's go ahead and add that right there. Looking great. That's going to take a while, but the production is pretty good with Rome. Because as we build more towns, it's going to be better and better. Yeah. So let's move up here and pass the turn. Okay. So turn passed. Need to make sure our scouts are still scouting. It's very easy to get relaxed on that and then just stop. Oh, it's because I didn't move this unit. Yeah, it's pretty good at reminding you of that stuff. Okay, now I go to the next turn. Dude, coming from a Total War background though, dude, these fast turns are just so nice. All right, so we got the tech unlocked, so now we can build monuments. So what we're going to do is use our money to buy monuments in our cities and complete that quest. Also, we're going to start on the pyramids at some point. Now remember, wonders can only be built... yeah, this is kind of a cool spot, and it's buffered by an ally. It's not the best, but let's just slap it down. So we got Capua. All right, so notice these buildings. Since it's not a city, and playing as, I believe it costs extra gold to turn them into cities with what I'm doing. So you can make a town into a specialist town, and eventually you will unlock this once it grows. And I can only buy things. See how I can't build things? So that's something that Augustus helps with, is he lets you buy culture buildings, which is rad. Normally you can't. You can only buy like the basic ones, but Augustus can buy monuments and different culture buildings like the Parthenon. It's very neat. So yeah, we're just going to let it chill for now. Like, you don't need to build anything there, right? You're totally all right. Head up here, do a little bit of scouting, and it's close to our main city, so easy to defend. You have to be careful about overextending. You can pay the troll toll pretty hard if you do sometimes. And right on. So what are we going to grab? Let's grab this. This is a great one. These flat grasslands here. And now we have a new technology. So let's explore. So we got the masonry. I could do this. Yeah, but I think we're all right for masonry for now. Let's see what the advisors recommend. So sailing is going to give us, I mean, the fishing quarry. We do have some coasts now, which isn't bad. Masonry, too, gives us combat strength for fortified districts. You can fortify your districts using your army. And +1 production on production buildings is really good. I think we're going to get the masonry upgrade so we can just power build some stuff, which is what it's all about. And we're going to have another settler soon, like 3 turns. And now you can see we can assign resources to the city. Some resources can be assigned to small towns, to my knowledge, but most of them can't. You only assign them to the capital. So that is one downside of having a bunch of unupgraded towns. All right, so the monument will only take 6 turns. We're going to get you to flee the scene because you're being hunted by those people there. You're going to be our ally soon, and then no longer will we be enemies. We will be good pals. And let's go ahead and pass. All right. My favorite thing is when like you just get that Roman momentum. When you have like a bunch of cities, each of which is producing resources, right? Eventually, they're going to be producing science for us once we start switching into that tech and command units. Let's do a little exploration here. Kind of want to go down here and see what's over there. Can't we go down there? Or is that the edge of the map? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Okay, we met a new civilization. It is going to be Confucius. All right. And he is probably the Han. Oh, dude, how could you not be friends with that guy? He's got such kind eyes. Oh, Confucius. Are we going to be homies? Yes. I have to. I'm sorry. I know it goes against, but look at it. Look how cool he is. Confucius, I'm going to save the rest of my influence, though, because we have other things that we want to be doing. All right. Next turn. And let's continue scouting up here, discover what's at the rim of the world. There could be some, good civilization, mountainous tundra there. Okay, grow city. So now our main city has the opportunity to grow. Let's see what we want to grab. Yeah, this is really good. Really going to be focusing on production. So choose a celebration. So classical republic. This happens intermittently. So plus 20% culture for 10 turns, plus 15% production towards building a wonder. Yeah, we're going to take the wonder. We're going to put the tool making in here, which is going to help us. And then we are going to start on, do we start on the, do I not have the pyramids yet? I don't think I have the prerequisites for it. Let's go check. View tree. Let's see. No, I didn't get that yet. I am a fool of a chook, I don't think. Or I do have it. Okay. Yeah, pyramids. Okay. So we're going to see. Maybe there's some sort of a requirement, or I don't have like, yeah, we'll keep it on that for now. Okay, potentially a blunder there, but not the end of the world. We are absolute noobs at this game. We're learning, so. All right, set up here. We have another settler. Honestly, this isn't a bad area, although we do have, it looks like that is where, yeah. Do we take a really aggressive posture towards Xerxes? He's not going to be happy if I settle over there. I think we do. I mean, it's just mainly plains. The resources out there don't look amazing. This looks a little bit better. Yeah, we have wool over here. We have like silk. So I think we're going to head down this way. And I'm going to have even more settlements. You can see my settlement limit is at 2 of 3 right now. All right, so we're going to go this town. And what do we want to get here? So currently the food is all right, happiness. Let's go ahead and grab the flat tundra. And that will give us a little bit of culture too. All right. Oh, that's where his city is. Who is this over here? Oh, that's Big Ben. Okay, yeah. The names, it's a little bit confusing when you see, like, the name's not necessarily matching to the leader's cultures there. All right, so the basilica is going to... Yeah, the basilica's there. Yes. And then the monuments we can start buying. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a monument here. So we're going to buy it, and we can slap it down in any number of regions. If it's yellow, it means you're going to build over something. But here, we can just build it there. Unfortunately, this is the good spot to build it. It would overwrite the woodcutter and convert it to an urban district, which... Yeah, I think we can just probably build. Yeah, that does give us 3 culture. Let's just slap it down. We're gonna wait on that, and then we can. Once we get this area, we can do it there. Because you get a bonus for having it next to mountains and whatnot. Okay, so these guys, are they our allies yet? They will be soon. And he's good at catching that coin. He's been nailing that thing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of this. And we are going to go up this way. Looking good. Main capital. Yep, Basilica is underway. And what does that actually give us? We're going to have to look. I think it has something to do with happiness. Settlers are still waddling. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Okay. That's not good. All right, settlers, flee the scene. Yeah, I was a little bit dodgy there. We're going to flee away. There was a galley. Oh, man, we might lose the settlers here. Am I going to be able to move them forward? Move! Yeah, the galley found them. And it can't happen, unfortunately. All right, let's keep moving up this way and command the units here. Let's keep exploring, seeing what the world has to offer. And I think we're safe, unless that galley rolls up and takes out our settlers. Oh, damn, okay. Yeah, that's the classic. It's a classic experience. We can buy settlers if we want to. They cost 280, so we could spend that. It's a pretty big spend, though, for sure. Emissaries from Gungnay have arrived and pronounced that the Roman Empire deserves all glory and respect. To honor the friendship between the peoples, they present a generous gift of 50 gold. Nice. And now we can work on projects with them eventually. When we get full allied tier, you guys will see it gives us like a project option. Okay. Outstanding. The pirates got our settlers. It was unfortunate. We can build another settler after this. Yeah, because we really need to get those extra cities online. Okay. Scouts might get hunted there. It's very, very possible. In the shadows, I see Xerxes lurking. He's watching me. All right. 2 turns until that's done. This town can be grown, and happiness is going to be a big, big variable here, but we were going to grab this. And then we can go ahead and buy the monuments, and where do we want to put it? Yeah, let's maximize the monument here. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Great. That's going to be an urban district. And that's going to give us +3 culture, which is a big boost. We're at 19 culture now. So we should have the most culture. Oh, Confucius actually cackling at 20. We should have him beat out on culture soon, though. I don't know when, but it will happen. All right, so we have another option to build up here. Let's go ahead and just get the production there. And trailing in civics. Well, not for long. Don't you worry. All right, resources are all assigned. I could move this, but I think it's fine to keep it in Capua. I think that's A-okay. Okay, let's waddle down there. And you, buddy, can just keep exploring here. We need to see all the options. And I would like to get a scout down here, maybe. All right, so yeah, now we can get production. Yeah, our production buildings are going to generate even more production. So we're going to get a huge boom in our building potential now after having researched that tech. Okay, saw pit. I wanted to get a scout. So let's go to our capital city. We're just going to hard buy a scout. It's not too expensive, and we're going to send him down here. All right. So for the tech, now we kind of went as far as we can with that one tree there. Pottery, food on plantations, and clay pits, and sailing. Let's go for... Yeah, we don't really have too much on the fishing game. Let's just get pottery for now. It's going to be fine. Okay. So waddling on this way, and you, buddy. Let's do a little bit of exploration, see what we can find over here. We do see a settler from another civilization. Probably, honestly, a decent enough spot to expand down here. Okay, passing turn. I have a diplomatic option. The civic is finished. Okay, so +2 gold on the capital for every town you own. This is going to be big soon. We could adopt a religion. They're pretty nice because the altars you can build in your cities and it helps with happiness, and it does give us a pantheon, which we will do. We're not in a rush to do that right now. Legatus Pro, yeah, this is, you gain 1 free infantry unit in a new settlement that you found. This is so nice because when you're mass expanding, you get like a free army to defend it. And you also get a new cultural policy and more settlement limits. So like, it's such a good one. This one gives us gold, yeah, per city. So we'll probably just do Civis Romanus for now. And we're eventually going to do the one for the free armies. But we don't have the legionaries yet. Granted, your baseline warriors can be upgraded into legionnaires. So yeah, it's not like you're messing up by not getting, that unit. Okay, so let's pass here. This looks like a good enough spot to set up like a side city, Yeah, we're gonna get this settler out in 2 turns, and the Temple of Jupiter, we want to build it in the district with the Basilica. So that is gonna unlock our unique district, which just gives us a ton of bonuses, and we can look at that bonus right now by going to clicking over here. And the forum. Yeah, so it gives us +1 culture and gold for every unique tradition in the government. Yep. That's going to be very, very nice. That should launch us ahead of the opposition in terms of the culture race. We're going to make them listen to our music, guys. That's what's happening. All right, so the settler will be here soon. And we can also use our saved gold to buy. I want to befriend another city-state. I don't know if anybody's homies with these guys yet, but we will potentially take that option. Okay, and let's keep going. A little bit behind on the expansion at the moment, but that's okay. So let's go down here, grow town, and see what we want to get. All right, what do we got here? Let's go ahead and take the happiness node. That's always pretty good. We're going to have our allies here, so in 2 turns, you guys are going to get to see what's cooking with that. And down here, let's keep exploring this way. Looking awesome. And we're making pretty good progress through the age. It really does speed up. There's quite a bit of ways to speed it up, which maybe we'll get to here today. All right. So settler's going to pop out. I actually like this. We get a little lake city and gold. 20% gold towards purchasing buildings. That is God tier for us. That is really, really nice. So, yeah. There's a scout here. So let's get our scouts to like keep tabs on things and make sure no armies are going to come get our settlers this time. We have learned our lesson. And let's get you over there. Looks like we're going to get our unique quarter here soon, which is very good. And now we're going to pass the turn. Okay, something just happened. It was, oh yeah, befriending. So we've befriended these guys. So check it out. It's pretty neat. So now we can do different projects with them. So we can promote their growth, create a military unit. So I can give them a military. I can levy troops from them, or I can incorporate them as a city at some point. For now, yeah, let's promote a little bit of growth here. That's going to be fun. All right. Not really playing too much diplomacy with the other leaders, but that's fine. We're going to waddle you down there. And, oh, this is actually nice. Yeah, the rainforest will give you science, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now we get to choose our, yes, so we are the suzerain of the city-state. So we're kind of like its ruler, basically. And we can allow the construction of an Emporium unique improvement. The Emporium provides 2 gold and 2 gold in cities if they have at least 1 resource assigned to them. Pretty nice. The Bensari, gold buildings receive +1 gold for every city-state you are the suzerain of. Gemstones receive the lapis lazuli resource in the capital. It gives production and 5% gold. Now that is pretty damn good. 5% gold for every city-state and trade route range for the city-states. I don't know what the best option are. I don't have a lot of gold buildings, honestly. I'm not really playing economic too hard, so we're going to take the gemstones. Although +2 gold for this is pretty nice. Although 4 production in the capital just is too good to skip for me. All right. Gold is so abundant that it's, okay, practically an infiltration. Buildings glitter with seductive gilding. Yeah, all right. So production on lighthouses, or we're just going to take the money because we're not building lighthouses right now. All right, so the lapis lazuli has been added. We're at 24 production, so we should be ready to start banging out some good projects here soon, which is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, and our unique district is going to be a big boost for us as well. All right, so there's some marble over there. You are going to just move here. Settlers need to get over there. Okay. Yep, keep the exploring going. We're going to get our 3rd city, and then probably consider buying a settler from there. All right. Almost down there. I really like this spot. Yeah, like the science will help us catch up, because our science is probably potato. We're at 12. Yeah, the other civs are just crushing us on the science. I put it on a bit of a higher difficulty than I said initially. You know, when I played it on the beginner difficulty, it was just too easy. So, hey, you know, we might get wrecked, but that'll be fun. Okay, and let's get down here. Set up the city next turn, which is going to be founded on rock and roll. All right, change policies. We finish pottery. Yeah, we're not going to be training infantry yet, so we don't need to change policies yet. And we'll set up the settlement there next turn. Let's take the construction and happiness traits over there. And that is going to be done in uno momento. That's going to be very, very good. All right, so irrigation, riding, or do we want to do sailing? Probably need to get the, you know, bring up the rear here. Libraries are nice, and it allows us to build a great stele too. Yeah, that ain't bad at all. Hanging gardens. And +1 settlement limit, though, is really nice because we're going to be capped out quickly. But yeah, I guess we can get... Sailing will give us... What does it help us with right out of the gates? I guess it just leads to useful text, right? Yeah, because if we get sailing, it's going to unlock writing and some other goodies. What does it actually want me to get? What is it recommending right now? It's recommending writing, yeah. So I guess we didn't need that prerequisite. That's for the science advisor. Yeah, embarking isn't super useful for us. I mean, the fishing quarry is nice, but I feel like we're not hurting for food at all. So we could just rush the writing for now. Irrigation gives us... let's get the hanging gardens. Let's do that. All right, so civic. So we have gone down the civic tree. So gain a free infantry unit now that... and settlement limit is increased. So yeah, you can see we have a lot of stuff for that. Let's go ahead and set up a pantheon. Let's get some religion here. All right. So you keep scouting here. And no moves remaining. Okay, that is not an enemy military unit. I have to admit, my heart skipped a beat there for a second. I was like, oh god, not again. All right, and do I have enough to befriend another city-state? I don't yet, so we would like to soon. Uh-oh. So this is where we need to be paying attention. There's troops on our borders. We can always levy from the city-state. That's going to be another city for us here. Looks like the happiness and everything is more or less fine. Now we have another narrative choice. Let's go ahead and take the culture, and that has gotten us the mysticism. All right. So we get priesthood now. This is prime time. So we're going to go ahead and take this out and put priesthood in. That's going to be plus 6 gold. Yeah, so or even more, plus 7. We're up to 28. Nice. Okay, so that is how we cook here. Let's grow this town. I always like to grab the happiness nodes first, and that also has gold, which is pretty good. All right, so yeah, I don't know why the wonders aren't unlocking. Altar here, plus 2 happiness. Okay, do we want to just build altars? Yeah, for adjacent mountainous terrain. We don't really have any mountainous terrain we could build here. Let me read this. For each adjacent natural wonder. Okay, so let's just set it up right down here. So we're going to set up an altar, and I do have a quest for building altars. In the other towns, we don't need to worry. So mysticism. Yeah, that will give us the pantheon. And then we can... That's mysticism too. Yeah, we need to set up our pantheon as well. Yeah, that's really, really nice. The discipline gives us the army commander for free, which we'll do when we're ready to attack. The oracle is also really quite good. So we could do public life. But yeah, let's just max out the mysticism. So pantheon. Okay. So we have to see. They're not all available. I think there's conditions that need to be met. So plus 1 culture on quarters and settlements with an altar. So that would give us plus 2 culture for the God of Festivals here. Healing for units and rural tiles. Plus 1 gold for camps, woodcutters, God of the Forge. God of the Sun is good. I like God of the Sun a lot. So you get plus 1 of every resource for just building altars, which I think is good. So we're going to do God of the Sun. Yeah, we're going to do that. And then we just build altars, and look at all the goodness we get from that. It's very, very nice, right? Okay. So altar, we can build it in any number of places. Add it to this tile here, which is probably a good idea. Great. Nothing going on up here. And you just keep waddling this way. Oh, the Great Barrier Reef. All right. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at all the science you could get from that. If only I had something like that near me. I bet you there's something I'm missing. So we can't befriend them yet. We will be able to next turn. Those are the cultures and all that. Let's move up this way and head down this way. All right. So we got 3 cities. Enemy militaries are forming up. So this is a good opportunity to show you guys how I can levy some goodies. So we're going to go ahead and grab a warrior. So we're just going to quick buy him here, and then he's going to go fight these guys off. And he will become a legionnaire at some point. So that is good. And we're going to go ahead and buddy up to you. Yeah, it looks like nobody else is trying to befriend him. So it's going to take some time, but that's really going to give us a lot of buffering. So it's saying I have a defensive settlement, but it's not a huge deal. All right. So that gives us that. We got 3 turns left, units to be commanded. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of scouting so we can decide which direction we want to go. Head over this way, and we are going to pass. Rome's looking pretty good. We got our unique district. Look at that. We get plus 4 gold. We're getting a bunch of happiness from it as well. And now you can see a little bit of military. So the Roman, or the army, so that's for next turn. That's right. It's still the same turn. Okay, so now we can go to the next turn. Yep, so they've moved in, and they're going to try and torch some stuff, but not on my watch. Should be able to take them down, especially since we have the home field advantage. Granted, I might need to levy even more guys. Let's grab a slinger. I feel like it's about to get a little bit crazy here. All right, so they're still fighting over there. The town can be grown, and that is right up against our city-state allies. Production here, let's grab some food and happiness. And let's go ahead and grab a slinger as well. So we're going to go DQ this, purchase, and just pay gold. Yeah, which is going to be good. And then he can move over and help out and make sure we don't lose this fight. So now this town can become a specialist town. You can leave it to grow at 50%, or you can augment its various strengths. So I'm not sure how we want to do this yet. The trade outpost is nice. It gives you just flat happiness in the town. What do we actually have in the city? Yeah, we don't have, I know we have some mines. I'm gonna hang tight for now, and then we're gonna come back and reevaluate that later once we have more knowledge. Okay, head this way, and head this way. So how are we looking here? Is the fight on? Yeah, they're still fighting. The slingers will be able to move up and get them, and mysticism 2 is here. Okay, and then we get food. Yeah, so now we can get the food in all settlements, which is really good. So we're going to get rid of charismatic leader and take the clan network. So that will just help us further grow. And we can sling from here. So you can move and sling. So we sling them, and then we attack with our troopers here, and we'll chase them away. All right. So definitely augmenting our settlement limit is going to be a priority. Oracle is really nice. This gives us a settlement limit, and we get the free infantry, and then we get Latanitas, which is quite good. If a town is a specialist town, it gets a huge resource boost, basically. That gives us the free upgrade for our Roman general guy, and I think we're going to go ahead and do the... Yeah, do I want to just rush the Oracle? It is an option. It is an option indeed. All right, so that's about to finish. And where are we going to go from here? Yeah, that guy should be taken out next turn. And let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, get the settlement limit. And now we have a leader attribute. So as you progress with like culture, military, whatever, you have a whole other tech tree. You thought there was enough tech trees. Here's another one for you. So now we can do +1 culture per age on the palace and city halls. So that's pretty good. It's only option, so we don't need to overthink that too much. And all right, you just ran next to a hostile unit there. Got a little bit excited. Let's bring all our scouts back and go to the next turn. So we should dispatch this army here soon. And the city-states should be rising. Okay, so can we win this fight? Let's just safely try and take them out with the slinger first. And then with these warriors, we're going to just park them on the border. Have them make sure nothing crazy goes down there. So altars being built. The towns are, they're doing it. They're hanging in there. Let's move this way. Head down here. And you continue scouting, buddy. All right. So yeah, the Empire's, it's coming together. It's getting big. You can see this has our avatar on it because it is one of our city-states. And this should be our city-state eventually as well. Our city that's kind of out in the fringe of the Empire is a little bit dodgy, but we do have some science down there. So culture, we're at 26. We do have the most culture now, which is nice. We're getting crushed in science, but that's okay. We're gonna use our legions to equalize that field, I can assure you. So Slinger is here as well, so we're gonna move you over there. And then you have additional options by clicking this, and you can just tell them to stay here and heal until they're ready to go, basically. Slinger, we're going to park down here between our two territories, and then we're going to pass turn. All right. Looking good. Looking good indeed. All right, guys, I'm going to go grab some water, and I'll be right back. Now we're back in business. Let's continue on our conquest here. So let's move this way and see what we can jam over here. Okay, so the Slingers have spotted a scout cackling about. And soon we're going to have our civic upgrade, which is going to increase our cap. And we do have the brickyard, so let's just go ahead and slap that down here, which is going to be fine. Cities to upgrade, you can see it costs 550, which is pretty fat. I'm going to save up gold because I need to build the altars and monuments. So building already exists here. We got the monument in this city, so we just need to build it in the south, and then we should be good. And you could just tell them to wait as well. All right, come down here. And looking good. Yeah, we're hanging out. So you can see Xerxes isn't happy. Ben Franklin, their faces actually change. They get a little bit ornery with you, right? So yeah, let's get rid of these scouts off my border. Try and get these guys out of my territory as well. And now we choose a celebration. So let's just go ahead and take the culture boom for now. Yeah, we're going to take the culture. And, is it time? I think we just take the production and science upgrade. That's going to finish here, and then we can build an altar, which is super good. It's going to give us a lot of goodies. We can add it to one of these other districts as well. Just slap it down right there. Command units. We're gonna be at risk of war soonish, for sure. Our expansion, you know, the AI probably doesn't like that, so. Okay. So there we have it. So now what do we have? We have the garden, we have the settlement limit, and the hanging gardens. Okay, so we need to get another settler out stat. Oh, we can build our first wonder. Okay. I don't know what I think there was a tech you needed to build a wonder, but again, I'm brand new. I probably was literally that tech we just got, so. +1 food on farms in this settlement, 10 growth rate in all cities. Okay, so if we build it here, we get the most perks. So we're gonna set it up right there. All right, so the first wonder is coming. And if we get the wheel, it allows us to infiltrate enemy militaries. So military infiltration, super cool. It lets you see their commanders. Riding, sailing. Okay, so we got choices here. This will give us the Great Stele. The library is probably important for catching up. That gives us chariots, which we don't care about too much. We need to work towards bronze working, right? So riding into bronze working, and then the legions will march is going to be the plan. Okay, so let's get riding right now. And you can just do a little bit of snooping over here. The warriors can just rest, and the slingers can just hang out and get ready to sling some things. All right, passing here. Yeah, but everything's going pretty to code. My income is really good. I have 29 income. You remember, each of these cities is generating a little bit of money. We have 8 here, and I'm probably just going to hard buy a settler. Yeah, the Hanging Gardens, we have great production, 31 production, because remember, each city I have as Augustus buffs up my my building. Yeah, so super sweet. And we have another builder we can do now. So we can expand this. Where do we want to expand? Up here, let's grab that silk. That's going to be money. And down here, we can expand too. Happiness is adequate, but more happiness, more science. Let's go over here. So do I want to interchange any resources? Yes, I want that silk. So we're going to get rid of this, probably. I think. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where that screen went, but hopefully it'll come back to us. Come back to us, precious. Come back to me. Still learning all the UI myself. All right, let's sling you down and have the warriors finish him off. Great. Xerxes has changed from unfriendly to hostile. Okay. Xerxes, he's only got 1 city right now, I think. Yeah, some of the other rulers, no, he's got 2. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be doing Mortal Wombat with Xerxes. I think he's coming for blood. Okay, warriors can just wait here. Slingers can just wait here as well. And how is this looking? We're getting 31 gold a turn, which is probably crushing several of the other players. The garden is really good too. Yeah, we're just going to just go Wonderham now. Because there's a really cool element of this game called the Legacy. But let's pay attention to this first. So gain a free infantry unit, new settlements, settlement limit, and yeah, a new policy, which is very good. All right, so this gives us a free army commander, which isn't bad. Public life. Social policy limit, settlement limit. Oh, that's so good. Senatus Populus Romanus. And +1 production on urban districts in my capital. And then we get the Coliseum too. Yeah. Oh, we're just going for that. That's hard in the paint right there. Okay, let's keep scouting. Head down this way. Pass. Pass turn. Pass priority. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is why allying these guys ruled. Because if Xerxes goes to war with me, they're gonna help me. They got a lot of military over here. So that's like a big element of it, right? It's kind of kind of the way. Let's move back this way, go to the next turn. We're 28%. But okay, what I was talking about is legacy. So we haven't seen it yet, but when I reach a legacy threshold, you can reach legacy of science, military, culture, diplomacy. And the legacies you build in each age will then give you an advantage going into the next age. So if I have a huge legacy and antiquity of culture, I get a bunch of perks as I go into the exploration age, which is super cool. So I like that a lot. So house them in the barracks. Migrants are quite nice. But we're going to take a warrior since Xerxes is mad with us, and those warriors will be upgraded to legionnaires. Okay, wants me to specialize this, and it looks like I did get raided up here, so we're going to repair that. And the music is awesome in this game too, by the way. Fort Town gives us healing to units. The town growth is good. I don't know what we want to do with the specialty up here. Happiness is fine. Urban center, culture, and science quarters in this town. That's actually not bad because we can buy those buildings. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think we want to specialize it quite yet. So resource assignment. Thank you. All right. So we're going to get this, and we're going to add this to you. And that's going to put us up to Should work. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be a culture boost, which is nice. And you can't add this to these cities, I don't think. Yeah, see, it doesn't let me. It's only over here, I think. Maybe it will. Yeah, see, it does have the option, which is strange, but I think some sort of a prerequisite needs to be met. Yeah, we'll explore that on another episode of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so a lot of apostles over there. Let's move away from this. And the warriors are just going to be kind of parked on the borders. What do we have here? Yeah, this is... I don't want to be dragged into a multi-pronged war. I could try and become homies with you. He's given me the side eye right there, you know? It's like the look teachers give you when they're disappointed. I'm going to save my resources. Probably befriend a city-state. I mean, I could hinder and troll, but I don't need to do that. I don't want to get dragged into a multi-front war. That is for sure. Okay, so we're about to finish writing, and we're going to be getting a wonder here soon, too. So command units. Units, of course, do have an upkeep cost. My income is blowing these guys out of the water. Confucius is quite poor. He is not looking too good. He's struggling. All right, let's pass. And how are we looking here with these guys? Oh, that's actually a good usage of our... Yeah, we could actually just add support, and that's going to speed it along. That's a good idea. Yeah, that'll be a buffer on our southern border. So we're just going to be expanding super hard and having fun with it. All right, we're going to tell you guys to wait. Tell you guys to wait as well. And then you are going to be waiting here. And we pass. Narrative choice. Tech unlocked. So now we can get a library, we can get the Great Stele, and research initiative is really cool. So this is really good for me since I have super high production. I can convert that production into science to catch up to people at a point. But it's wonder spam in time. So Hanging Gardens are about to finish. Perfect. Narrative choice. Let's go ahead and take the culture. And okay, this is another cool thing as well. So we can get a codex. So I'll show you guys what codexes are. So we can grow a city. And the codex thing, I'll be able to show you guys in a little bit. There's so much to keep track of. I'm pretty new to this, so my apologies if I'm missing some stuff. But any feedback from you guys is greatly appreciated. All right, awesome. So we're looking pretty thick right now. And it's only going to get even more heavy duty. We're about to finish our wonder here. I need to build the monuments. So we're going to build a monument down here. We're going to set it up right there. And that should complete the quest we had. Sweet. Yeah, so the senator, we completed it. We get plus 50 culture, which speeds along our research there. And now we need to decide what we want to do with tech. So the wheel will give us military. Writing gives us technology theft. And we gain another codex slot, which I need to learn more about that. We're going to go bronze working, though, because it's about time. The legions are looking for some action. Okay. And we'll need to get the civic. That gives us the free military leader, too. All right, check it out. First wonder is going to be done right now. Oh, the Hanging Gardens. Yes. Beautiful. You can see it actually builds it up, so if you want to see what it looks like, it's pretty cool. Let it roll, baby. Yeah, isn't that rad? Yeah, the cities look pretty nice, too. And there it is. So that's really good for us. So we got the Hanging Gardens now, and we have some decisions to make. I think a settler... Research initiative is pretty sweet, so we could get a big science boost, but I think the Great Stele is only 8 turns. Let's build a settler here, and yes. Leader attribute, so we've gotten expansionist, 25% production for settlers. Perfect timing for that, by the way. That's going to cut down the timing on that. Command units. So codexes, yeah, social policies, resource allocation. Yeah, so there's that. And then we have great works. Yeah, so this is, you can earn great work spots in your cities. So when I chose to make a codex, it gives you +2 science. So your towns and cities can earn these spots through various technologies and buildings and whatnot. So I'm not really playing a science approach, so we're going to be kind of potato. Granted, my science is not the worst. It is the worst. So it's not so bad. We just got to make sure they don't get too far ahead of us here by the time the Roman legions march, and then we'll be okay. All right, so let's move to the north. Let's pass here. And what is cooking? Yeah, we're crushing them financially, though. That's going to be pretty big because we're going to be able to develop quite a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a settlement right in front of Xerxes' face, and that's going to be our launching point, and we're going to steal the Grand Canyon. All right, who's this? No. I mean, no. Sorry, Xerxes. Yeah, the writing's on the wall. Dude, the way he's looking at me, I just can't have that. So the settler should be done, right? Yeah, so we have the settler. We'll get you guys going over there, and we're going to have some of the soon-to-be legionnaires. Nope. Surprise war. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, library's pretty good. Yeah, we could build it in this district here and get some science. Garden is good, but I think we're going to go for the Stell. We're going to build it here because it synergizes with the other district here, which gives us influence, which is great. So we're going to drop that bad boy down there. Plus, it gives you 200 gold, which will allow us to augment our districts and buy some more culture buildings. All right. Oops, keep accidentally clicking on that guy. He's definitely trundling there. Command units. Have you guys do a little bit of scouting. I mean, we more or less see the map. I mean, there's some areas down here which are a little bit suspicious, but you guys get the idea. Okay. Emissaries from... oh, cool. So there, it's just saying like, hey, we've made some progress here. Okay, and you guys are going to move up. Xerxes definitely not going to be happy about this. But the Grand Canyon will be mine. All right. And we have a warrior down here. All right, so now we can build the Colosseum. Yes. It gives us culture and happiness. Awesome. Then we get the +1 production to urban districts and the capital settlement limit and social policy limit. It's so nice getting more social policies. Now might be the time because we're going to be training military pretty soon, although we're still 9 turns away. So let's take advantage of the production in the capital and just, power build this. Yeah, it's only 6 turns now. Awesome. Cultural attribute point, militaristic attribute point. Let's just hit the culture hard. I feel like we're going to be fine on the military side of things. Let's take the happiness. And we need to go military now. So discipline will give us a free commander, which is going to lead our forces. Don't mind me, Xerxes. Don't mind me. No, not at all. Okay, so we got the cultural 10% production towards wonders. Sign me up. I am a wonder fiend. Wonders are my favorite thing. I just love spamming wonders. I used to play. France was really good at that in Civ 5, if I remember correctly. But that was also that was a lifetime ago. Yeah. So we have this is a free. Yeah. So he's a Free People's allied with or a city state of Benjamin Franklin. So we need to keep this here in case like one warrior down here in reserve, I think is going to be smart. All right, team, we're passing. We are 33% of the way through the age, and it's going to speed up once we get going here. So pretty close to the Grand Canyon. So we're going to settle here. Don't worry about it. The legions will arrive shortly. Yes, yes. And now we can go ahead and grab this. Yeah, develop that node right there. Let's head over here. Benjamin Franklin has become the suzerain of, it's saying that he has become the homie of that city-state here. We're going to go ahead and add support and try and speed that along. Because I'm going to need all the help I can get. I have a feeling that there's a powder keg that's about to explode here. All right, so let's get the legions there. We're soon going to get our free civic commander. And we also get, by the way, I believe, we got a free warrior here. How cool is that? Because of the Roman tech we have. We're going to have you spy on the borders. And now we're just going to wait. And we're going to just go ahead and... do we need this unit? We're going to rest until healed. And you're going to wait too. And you are just going to wait here. So that basically wakes them up when a hostile unit appears. So they're just kind of chilling out. All right, Slinger is going to wait also. Slingers will be quite useful. And our legions should be pretty strong because of... let me show you guys. Yeah, so it's +2 combat strength for every tradition of the government. So we have a lot of traditions going. So they are going to be very strong once we get them upgraded in 6 turns. All right, so the Great Stele is going to be here. And then we can build the Colosseum. Yeah, let's go. On quarters in this settlement. Yeah. So we could just slap that down anywhere over here. So we're going to plop that right there. Yeah, the Colosseum's really good. So a quarter is a place that has 2 building slots essentially, and they're all going to give happiness. So it just makes your people super happy. Yep, cool. So we got friends now. Awesome. So we're going to promote their city state. I could levy soldiers from them and add them into the Legion. I could upgrade them, but for now we're just going to... I think I have enough troops. So this town could be grown. Yes, we got some Grand Canyon. Let's go. All right, that's super good. That's... Oh, we actually... Yeah, once we develop these, it's going to give us so much culture. We're at 41 culture, crushing them on culture, crushing them financially. Not so great on science, but that was kind of the game plan going in. Okay, so, each of these city-states has different techs. Allows the training of a land unit. Let's just do the hill fort here. Cool. Good job, boys. All right. So now we can build, this is really cool. So it's a fortified district wonder. We also get scout site. We get the Roman unique commander, and we gain a free commander and an army commander. Okay, so he is over here, the legatus. So these guys have some really cool stuff and a lot of customization. You just keep them behind your armies, but as he levels up, you can choose tons of different stuff. The tech trees are vast, and there's a lot of different ways to play them. I really like Assault. It allows you to... you can join all your unit, like up to like 4 or 5 military units on one tile with the legatus, and then he can basically send them out to attack immediately. Otherwise, it takes like turns to set up your army, but with that, you don't need to. Okay, it just wants me to build a wonder. Yeah, easy. Okay, that's going to be, I mean, we're literally one turn from completing that. Okay, so now we've gotten our civic goodies. Yeah, we get the bulwark promotion. Tactics isn't bad. 30% production towards training range units, and we get the terracotta army, which helps. Code of Laws is just so good, though. Yeah, Code of Laws is money. That gives you oratory as a policy, so you can get even more influence. You get a free merchant, which is nice. Yeah, we're gonna go for Code of Laws and a leader attribute. All right, so we have another cultural one. We're going deep in here. 10% culture in cities with at least one wonder. +1 culture in settlements for each resource assigned to them. I'm going to do the speedy research because that's the one that's probably the most immediately useful. All right. Okay, here we go. So now these are the legacy paths. Check it out. So essentially, as you construct wonders, you get a legacy point. And these legacy points will carry over into the next age. So if I can max this out. So currently I have, if I get up to 7 wonders, I believe it maxes it out, or at least 2 of 4 is the next step. Yeah, and you can max it out. So gain 1 cultural legacy point spent for bonuses in the next age. And you can see what the options are. Wondrous heritage means your people have a history of wonders. In that case, wonders you control get +1 culture and +1 happiness. So it's just super nice. You go into the next age with like a huge buff. And the same thing happens for military. So this is the Great Stele. Immediately gives you 200 gold. I'm rich. And now I can just start buying things here. I could buy hill forts, which gives you production and healing to your military units. I got that from the other city-state I allied with. We're going to build an altar here, though. We're going to slap it right there. That's going to be money. And I'm probably going to save the rest to just purchase military and just steamroll here. That's going to be the play. So, yeah, we need to form our army up a little bit better for the march on Parsa. So we're going to get you here, you here. The legatus is on his way down, so he was heading on over here. You there, and you here. All right, so that is pretty money. And now I can choose an option here. All right, we're going to take the wonder production. And we get another social policy, which is going to be... yeah, we're not going to be producing units. We're just going to be hard buying them. So I think we're going to take the... this one for the specialist towns, and then we can actually specialize Capua and a couple of these other places. All right, so what is Capua doing really well? Culture and science never hurts. I mean, we do have a lot of farming here, so all the town's production is converted into gold. Let's see. All of the town's food is sent to the connected cities. Okay. Farming town. Yeah, I'm trying to see what we want to do here. Yeah, so basically just for quarries, clay pits, and mines, it looks like it's mostly food-based when I'm peeking over there. The happiness, yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try and... We don't even have... Like, the city doesn't really have, like, science business going on. Although we do have some culture stuff. Let's try that out. Yeah, see, it did give us a science boost, which is pretty cool. All right, awesome. And now here, do we have another wonder? Oh, the Colosseum must rise. All right, so where's the Colosseum going to go? We're going to slap it over here. And pass. And bronze working is almost done, and that's when the march is going to happen. All right, so yep, you guys are just going to hang out and enjoy yourselves for now. Let's put you in sleep. And we're going to go ahead and buy an altar here. So this was really cool, is just being able to buy this stuff. I love it. Let's put it back here, and let's buy a monument and slap it in there too. So we have a district, which is just giving us a ton of culture now. We're at 47. Yeah, and our money is quite good too from having all these cities. But I need more cities, right? So we need to buy a settler. With the next bunch of money we get, we're going to buy a city. Yeah, you guys do your thing, and we will pass. And the legatus has arrived, so the general is here, and he has some cool abilities. Yeah, so we'll get to that when we do. And up here, let's go ahead and grab that for the science. So our science is 27. We're not the lowest anymore. Yeah, this scout can, we can delete this unit for upkeep. So that'll save us a little bit of money, I think. Oh, actually didn't. Okay. Could have sworn they had an upkeep cost, but. All right, you just waiting here, buddy. Next turn. Rome is looking mighty powerful. Bronze working. All right. So we got the bronze working. Let's take the science. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to upgrade these warriors. So upgrade, and it costs a bit of money, 120 gold, but we should be able to methodically do it. So now we have the legions here, see? So they're good to party. So we're going to do bronze working too, and that's going to be when we attack. When that finishes, we get +3 strength to our units, and we just become the Terminator. Town specialization is available. We're going to go ahead and do the urban center also. So that gives us even more, you can see, which is nice. And yes, 8 turns until the battle starts. Code of laws have finished, so we can build the Petra. We have the oratory. Merchants are now, we get a free merchant too. All right. Now what do we want to be doing? That's giving us bonus resources. I don't know if we want to change anything per se. I think we're actually just chilling. And possible trade routes. All right, so we want to take you and just probably have you trade with one of our city-states. So you can spam merchants and get a lot of value out of that. But Xerxes, definitely, this is probably a safer trade route, so we're going to go this way with him. Choose the civic. So the free bulwark upgrade. Citizenship is quite nice. All of my towns will get 25% food. We can get an influence building. Tactics, though, is good. Public life is pretty old school. It does allow us to get the Oracle, which is nice, but Code of Laws, steal government secrets is stealing, culture or civic stuff. Let's do citizenship. Yeah, citizenship. Trade opportunity, yes, I'm aware. Thank you. All right, so do I have enough to upgrade you? I do. So 1, 2, 3. And now we can just keep them pouring out. We should be able to win. I feel like we're pretty damn jacked. And that's going to finish the Colosseum. And then at that point, we just can pump out some settlers. Because we should have max cities, All right, grow town. So now I'm gonna have some fun with old Xerxes here. So we're going to go ahead and denounce him. Oh, I don't decrease your relationship. Do I not have enough for that? I think it's already happening, actually. Let's go hinder his agriculture. We can do... Yes. He's not happy about that. Oh, yes. Give me those freaking wondrous, wondrous pieces here. So guess this is going to be cool. We're going to make this a fort town. So that means we get bonus healing in that city that's on Xerxes' border, which is just very flavorful. Oh, the Colosseum. Let's go. Yeah, look at it. Oh, yes, dude. Let's party. Okay. So we could build the Petra next. +1 gold in production on desert terrain in the settlement. Yeah, we need to build settlers. Settlers for the settler god. Okay, activate determined ability on all melee units. Happiness. Yeah, we're going to prepare for that. And then over here, we can just grab some of the food and happiness here. And once this finishes, 3 turns, it is on. We are going to declare war. And hopefully old Big Ben doesn't move in. Granted, I think we're strong enough to fight him off. I got 400 freaking gold. And we can upgrade you guys to archers as well. And then we can also buy another settler somewhere up here if we want to. Where could I even settle? I guess there's some land up to the north here. Yeah, I could build a hill fort too. Okay. So it begins, the greatest battle of our time. And the trade route is here. So you just get this unit, you click on it, like so. Should be able to work in a second. There we go. There we are. All right. And we're going to go ahead and establish a trade route. Cool. Resource assignment. Yep, I think we're fine. That is the one downside. If you have a bunch of cities, you can, work a little bit more. So yeah, combat and production on military buildings. All right. So let's go to technology. Do we want to do sailing? Yeah, let's do riding, get the codex. And we can do another settler. All right, team. We're going to go set up a coastal city here. So he's going to waddle up that way. And now it is time, Xerxes. You've been giving me that side eye for too long. This will declare a formal war since you have a hostile relationship. Yeah, okay, there's none of the other leaders care either way. So we're going to just go for it. It is on. I will drown you with my wallet. So we're going to do a bit of a slow roll up here. Move you up, move you up. We need to get the legatus. Usually, if I remember correctly, this is like how you want to do it. You want to have the general there. We're going to go ahead and grab an archer too. Another archer, have him move up. And we should be able to take this city. We should be able to just get in there and give the biz. Okay, so we have another settler coming. The limp business. All right. So Xerxes will muster his troops, I'm sure. My city-states are coming to help me already, so you can see they're moving across. There's the palace. War weariness. Yeah, so you start to suffer. The longer at home our people suffer a penalty to happiness in our settlements on the front. Yeah, so. But, I feel like we're just so good in that department that we should be fine. All right. So we're going to move you up. You up. You up. Yes. Archers and archers at the ready, General. Okay. Anything we want to buy here? I don't think so. I think we're just saving our dough. Yeah, Xerxes is going to get it, though. He's going to have a bad time here, I think. So we'll take a little bit of damage attacking the palace. His armies might have been elsewhere in a different city. He might, honestly, he might just not, straight up not be ready for it. Can they reach that far? I don't think so. Yeah, next turn I'll be able to do some shooting here too. Oh, yeah, there's some troops coming in. Yeah, he's fighting my city-state. Okay. Yeah, but the Chad city-state will form ranks. All right, so that should be good. Let's put some pepper down on these guys. We're going to move one of the legions up to cover our flank. Shoot from downtown. From deep. Did we get him? No, not quite. Okay, so they're going to fight it out. And let's get in there and take the palace. All right. So Pax Imperiatoria. This is, how we saw the cultural milestone? This is the military one. So if you review the progress, I now have +1 military legacy going into the next age. So currently what I'm going to get, let's see, legacy option, gain 1 militaristic attribute point. Okay. So I get a free military point in the next age. And then, you can, if I take down a couple more, yeah. Assemble a full army. Okay, so I need to do that. So assemble a full army. That is actually not too hard to do. So the city has been taken. I can keep the settlement. Happiness and production will be temporarily reduced. Raise the settlement as well. During this time, the settlement will not generate or yield any opponents. Opponents in the current and future wars will gain 1 bonus war support against me. So in the future, this would be a downside. But it's a pretty nice little settlement, honestly. I'm just going to keep it. Yeah, because we can just fortify this and cackle all the way to the bank now. And Xerxes, he's got 2 more settlements down here. And I could definitely just probably get war or peace out of him. But yeah, this looks a little dodgy up here. Although, might need to march north and help out. All right. So let's go here and see what we want to be doing. We're going to build the Petra. We're going to build it down there. And we're going to get the settler and come on over here. And you go settle up there. Commander has available. Okay, so my commander has leveled up. So now I can choose what I want to do with him. I have 1 point. Yeah, I like this one a lot. +1 gold for each unit packed in this commander is pretty sweet. The quartermaster. Suffer +2 combat strength for land units within the radius when defending. And this is movement while on land and ignores the terrain penalty. I'm going to do the assault. It's really nice. All right, so what we can do now is we can have these guys merge into the army. In the meantime, you keep providing archer support down there. Is it going? I think we need to go to the next turn. Okay. So resources, 3 happiness. Yeah, we don't have any happiness issues. And we get another point in militaristic. Gain 1 free war support in all my wars. So we're going to do that for sure. Cool. So do you want to join the army too? Yes. So you can see these guys are now part of an army. And because I have that unique trait, they're going to be able to just pop out. So we're going to move you guys up. And look at that. They all march together. I thought it was a very cool touch. And we're just going to have you rest here. Set up camp. Maybe I need to get like better line of sight or something. I'm not sure. Actually, there you go. Okay. So it was just like maybe the hill was bothersome or something. I'm not sure. There's no way Xerxes is going to be able to get this back.
After the assembly gathered.
Okay. So citizenship. Yeah. Food in all cities. Construction for culture buildings. Influence palace. And culture. So this means I can turn my production into culture if I want to, which is great. And we also get writing too. All right. So what can I buy here? We could buy a library. Let's just hard buy it. I don't have enough for that right now. Okay. Up you go. And let's create a new settlement here. Although we're going to be taking over this settlement. So I think we need to just, yeah, this is a safe one. A little Arctic settlement here. This other settler, we can actually just delete it. Yeah, it's fine. All right. So now we got the wheel or sailing. I probably should get sailing for now. And we have some fanciness. All right. So literacy. That gives us some science goodness. Citizenship upgraded. Gives us 3 culture for every city-state, which is going to be +6 culture. That's very good. Wonder construction grants a bonus to wonder construction. Yes, sign me up. Low happiness, take me there. So this city obviously is potentially on the brink of revolt because we took it over. But over the next handful of turns, it should be, doing its thing. Okay, so you guys can go and move north. That will be a harder city to take, that is for sure. We're going to get a free legionnaire up here when we set this city up here. So for you, let's go ahead and get a legion, and they can march over there, and we can split up the armies. I think this force can hold over here, and we're going to have an engagement up here. My city-state is actually punishing them pretty good, but we want to make sure our city-state doesn't die. Okay, so the legion is there, and we're going to grab you. And we should be able to deploy them. Yeah, so let's do this. So skip turn. Order all infantry to attack. A little bit new to this. Oh, that's cool. So he deployed the army, and then they can assault because I have that unique ability. That is very cool. Okay, so Xerxes' defenders are coming. Can't blame him. But the Roman legionnaires are probably going to be too strong, especially with the legatus nearby. That's really cool how he the units can jump out and assault. That's a really, really nice touch. Okay, let's keep the troops coming here. Let's get another legion heading over there. And we're about to found a settlement, which is going to put us at our cap of 6. And that will give us another legion too. Yes, the war machine has come into full effect. We can start on the happiness, because the war weariness, we need to counter that. Happiness and capital. I wonder if I could add this to... Yeah, see, it doesn't let me add it, so something I'm going to have to learn. I suppose only if I upgrade them to cities, which all of my settlements are low tier. They're just the basics. Okay, so should be able to run those guys down. And then we can muster for another invasion force. We can have the army join together next turn. Yeah, archers are here. Can't shoot those guys at the moment. Okay, so move on over, move, and we're going to get you guys moving here too. All right, great. Another leader has opposed your war. Who is it? Oh, it's just Xerxes. So now we need to make amends with you, I think. Steal technology. It's I come here seeking peace. Improve relations. Yes, I'm going to attempt to improve relations, and we're going to have a cultural exchange too. Yeah, I don't want everybody to be my enemy. Granted, for this playthrough, we're just doing Antiquity, so we're gonna go up until 2 hours, and whatever we get, we get. All right. I can rest assured there's going to be some 6-hour streams of this game soon. All right. So let's have all of you guys join up with the army. Yes. Yes. And yeah, 11 turns until I can purchase or change focus. Yeah. And there's a chance that they might just like, you know, rebel against me and join somebody else, which is fine. As long as it's not Xerxes, we're chilling. Okay. See if I could reach these guys. I can definitely reach them, right? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Ah, so there was like some terrain features there. Let's move you guys up. Get you guys over here as well. Grow the town. Let's grab some coastal goodness. And currency is pretty good. Specialist limit. Yeah, we need to start exploring specialists. I haven't even really messed with that yet. Okay, that settlement should be safe though. So we're at 6 of 6 settlements. I'm making 61 gold. Xerxes, man, it looks like Big Ben is, yeah. And see, now I'm like, this is like the big, wide, like I'm a little bit slower to start on some resources, but now that the macro engine is online, we're feasting. Okay. One more turn. One more turn. Where are we at here? So the armies are gathering. We see he's got some troops here. The legionnaires should be about ready, so let's attack here to move closer to the capital. Archers should be able to poke them a little bit and soften them up. We just have vastly superior troop quality. Let's move these guys. We might need to reinforce over here, so I'm going to call in another archer. Make sure. Using that economy to bankroll all this. We have our legatus down here. Should be able to hold the city, make sure Xerxes doesn't progress from the south. I mean, we could theoretically probably just take his northern cities and, you know, get a peace agreement out from there. Like, it's totally in the realm of possibility. All right, so let's see what +3 culture for every city-state. So it's going to be 6 culture. 50% production towards construction of culture buildings. Let's get rid of tool making. And then we can go ahead and do food in towns, which is nice because we have a lot of towns. I don't hate hospitality, but it's only +6. All right. So Confucius, he wants a little bit of action here. We're just going to give him a decent deal. You're good, homie. You're good. All right. So how are we looking here? The free bulwark upgrade is pretty nice. Tactics is sweet. But we just like hard buy most of our stuff, so we kind of cheat on that way, right? Ethics +1 culture from specialist. Steal government secrets. Literacy. Yeah, gain another codex spot isn't a bad idea. All right, so this army is probably ready to march. We're going to start marching this way. How's the conflict looking over here? It's a bit of a pit fight here, honestly. Should be able to overwhelm you. Start moving on the Capitol building. Really hard spot to assault, actually. So we need to probably embark at sea and then get these other archers coming over here. I know we had the... All right. Let's move here, see if we can take some pot shots from downtown. We can. Soften them up a little bit for the legions. And the army is about ready. Xerxes very, very unhappy. And we're about to get another wonder, too. Yeah, man, we're just going to be the Wonder Kings. The +6 influence one isn't bad at all. The Wei Yang Palace. Down to just slap that bad boy down over here. All right, so we can grow the town. Let's take the happiness celebration. We're going to take the wonder construction. And now we have another slot. I guess we'll do hospitality. It's going to put us up to 69. All right. Looking fine. Command units. And then the archer should be able to finish them off. So this is a little dodgy here. Yeah, archer, come over here. You pull back, and then we're going to have you guys heal out. And just kind of camp and heal, and they can come out of the palace if they want to. All right. So everybody's moving. The army's about ready to go, so we're going to go take this city. And I could deploy the army. That's so cool. Yeah, the positioning was a little bit awkward on that, but we'll take it. then because of the assault thing, so if I had deployed a little bit better, I could have just assaulted and hit that super hard. Another leader has started an endeavor with me. Ah, it's farmer's market. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, this is a good one, by the way. Wonder construction. So we're going to do that. So both of us build wonders quicker. That was the one I just unlocked. So now I'm just like, I'm going to be just pounding these wonders out like super fast. All right. So now you see we have even more wonders. So in the next age, wonders you control get +1 culture and +1 happiness. So we're going to get like a bonus 10 culture and 10 happiness in the next age.
Sedentary life
It is the Petra.
goal.
Oh, yes.
It marks the
That's it right here.
life and heralds
And what do we want to build next? +1 culture for every excess 5 happiness. We were going to build a palace. Defenseless settlement. Yeah, it's not really defenseless. And let's soften it up with archers. Have you guys assaults. I like how they throw the pilums. And then you guys should be able to get the city. All right, view progress. So, you know, that's another military one, right? Yep, see, that's +1. So now because we have the good military, when we hit the exploration age, we're going to get +2 settlement limit. That's so good for us. Although when we switch to Spain, our strategies will switch. We'll start upgrading our towns into cities. What do we get here maxed out? Gain an infantry unit in every settlement you conquered the last age. Oh, that's cool. All right, continue. So I'm at my settlement limit, so we're going to raise the settlement. Yeah, we're going to raise that. And then you guys get ready to head back in. We need to move you here. Commander has points. All right, let's go see what we can upgrade. So 2 combat strength for range units when within the command radius of attacking. And yeah, that's nice. I think we're going to do the quartermaster, though. It's kind of nice, just like a little income buff from having the boys. Okay, let's take the science. Resource management, yeah, we're fine. And where are we at here? All right, so the troops are healing. Is he even really defending this city? Yeah, he is, okay. Can I shoot from here? Not sure. I need to figure out how to properly get my line of sight. Okay, so we're gonna move over here. You guys are gonna heal for a bit, and we're gonna bring archers to support them. We're gonna experiment with this. Oh, they have a unit here. Oh, that's why. I was like, what the hell is going on with this? Okay. I didn't even notice they had a unit right there. Unfortunately, these guys are gonna probably march to their doom, or no, they're gonna stay there. Okay. The yellow was treacherous. So our city-state's coming in. Okay, they want a peace deal. Dude, he's like asking for a bunch of my cities? No, get out of here. You're losing the war. I know, we're over the settlement cap, but we won't be soon once the city is taken down. All right, so it's going to be done in 5 turns. Let's have you guys merge into the army so then we can start getting money for the quartermaster. Okay, and okay. So now the army's ready, and we're just going to have it kind of rest until they're good. So the army's looks like you could have 4 guys in it, but you can eventually get more, which is nice. That settlement should be chilling out in a couple turns. Let's get a legion, march it over there to help and make sure everything's secure. And yeah, we're just kind of having a campaign up here, it looks like. Shoot at the boats. You guys camp out so you're healed. Camp out so you're healed. Camp out. All right, that's a harder campaign up there. They don't have the mighty general leading them, so this is a resilient city. All right, natural disaster. So you guys can see what that does. I think it was in the Jarud River. So do you have anything we can repair? Oh, it looks like it didn't affect this area. Okay. Rome is looking sauced, looking very, very strong. We can also just hard purchase gardens and some other goodies right now, so we'll slap that in there. Very good. Grow a city. That's a nice one over there. Grow a town. Take the happiness because of the war weariness. Now, engineering. What does that give us? Amphitheater, blacksmith, and navigation. Lighthouses are pretty cool. You can build them in the coastal cities and definitely feast from that. Wheel is not bad. Currency is good. Yeah, 1 gold on buildings and gain a codex spot. So we will do currency. Those are horsemen, I think. Are they? Oh shit, he's got some cav. All right. Yeah, but he's got to be hurting right now. Okay. What is this here? Oh. Is there some funniness here? Did these guys like rebel against me? Could have sworn I had some business there, but I guess not. All right, so those infantry should be marching over here. We can turn off the tooltips now. Let's do the yields and the resources. We'll keep the resources on. That'll make it a little easier to see who's where. Okay, I think everybody's done their actions. Yeah, it looks like they ambushed my archers, but here comes the city-state chads coming to help. Anybody we can purchase here? Just a scout. All right, so archers are back online. Let's rip some shots here. Have the legions fight them. Yeah, they're getting worn down. This top place is going to be a little bit harder to get. And none of those options are great, unfortunately. So you probably got to move away with you, go heal up. And I think just march up this way with more reinforcements. Yeah. And then the army can head over here, and we should be able to get the major capital city. Another one's going to finish soon. And you can see we're 60% of the way to the next stage. Hey, city-state helping me out, which is nice. Yeah, you can see they even got the guys in the rivers there. Okay, archers shoot again. Xerxes looks like he had most of his defenders up here. This is like the epicenter of his empire here, but we're going to take his capital now. And that should be the end of the road. Could purchase a legatus as well. That probably would be a good idea to have one with every army. I think that's smart. Okay, 2 turns till we finish that. I could do a research initiative, which would be 25% of my production, so that's not bad. Definitely a good little boost to science. District raised. Yeah, so that should be raised in 1 turn. All right, so let's go ahead and deploy the army. Really, really cool feature, the assault thing. Start poking. Let's move you guys in, and they're going to be able to hit. All right, so we're going to start in on it. Hopefully it works out. And of course, you can further fortify your cities and whatnot. That is a mutually assured destruction there. A lot of legionnaires are healing here. Let's get you guys up to help and go to the next turn. All right. Yeah, so we're on turn 91 right now. Last time okay, now we get the palace. Really good one. It gives you +6 influence. If you're playing Machiavelli, that thing's like God tier.
Regret goes on.
Let's archer these down, and we're going to get this. So the fact that I'm raising these settlements, definitely not making me friends, but I'm at my cap anyway, so we're gonna just raise this down as well. All right, so that is Xerxes in big, big danger. So we're gonna gather you here. You can see the legatus got some experience. You can choose production, and do we want to just go hard on the paint? Yeah, why not? Let's build another wonder. Defenseless settlement. That settlement is more than fine. We're gonna use this money to build an altar here. And we're also going to build a monument. Really good stacking those. And because we are playing Augustus, we can buy those kind of buildings. Normally, you can't buy those kind of buildings. All right, so the Legion should be able to wipe out the last of his troops here. Oh, bonus. Okay, so these are in the city. Oh, so you have bonus types. Oh. Okay, so the bonus ones you can apply to this. Ah, today we learn, friends. Today we learn. All right, that city should be punished here soon. And let's go ahead and gather the armies soon. Yeah, we'll start marching you towards the capital. The archers, we do have some enemies nearby. Oh, it looks like they're fleeing. Oh, they're attacking my allies' free city, actually. So what we can do, check this out. So we got the Great Library. Okay, so that's a science progress. Nice. So that's going to give us a scientific attribute point when we level up.
When I was young.
Currency done as well. So we can go to you guys. We can bolster their military, and that's going to create military units for them. So if you were, having a free city hold your borders or something, wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, right? All right, so you guys do this, camp out until you're healed. And I think we're going to need to hire one more military unit over here, maybe, like an archer. All right. Narrative choice. We'll take the Codex for the great works, and we'll expand this and go coastal, engineering, navigation, or the wheel. Let's get the wheel. That will give us siege equipment. I don't expect this war to go on much longer, but, you know, I think that's what I would do normally. So we're going to join the army. Join the army here, and we're going to join the army here as well. Cool. So now we'll just march this force north, I guess. We're going to head that direction. We're going to be cackling. And we get a natural disaster.
God.
Evil. So 50% production towards science buildings, culture buildings. I think we're fine with our policies. And we'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to deal with the Chihuahua. So now we're going to head up north, and we're going to close out this conflict. That's going to be the play. So we're going to head north, and we have gotten another civics. So let's look at the tree and see how deep we are. Yeah, we're pretty deep in the civics tree. Philosophy, +1 science from specialists. Yeah, I don't even know. I gotta check that out. Yeah, so we have some codexes. I don't know if I've explored the specialist action yet, so perhaps in a future episode we'll look into that a little bit closer. Skilled trades, +1 gold for each imported resources. Yeah, we're not trading, that's for sure. Code of laws, public life. I mean, we can just get some of the basic stuff too. Let's just get the early game tech. All right, nowhere to display a codex, so I would need to find another spot. Let's repair that got hurt in the flood. And let's gather you up here. You guys are going to be healing. Looks like I can't quite shoot it. Yeah. Those guys are healing as well. All right, sweet. So we got some bonus resources for all the cities here. I don't want to get too close because I think they'll be able to fight back, so we're just going to have you guys wait. And we will pass the turn. This is going to be raised soon enough. Benjamin Franklin, still not happy, but Confucius is my boy. He's been great this campaign. All right, so we have another one. I mean, I could honestly, yeah, it's already queued. I was going to say, just, I'm the wonder man. Behold the wonder. I think it's time that we could maybe start going after this. Do we need to wait for the other army to arrive? I mean, it's on its way. It's pretty quick. Okay, so let's move you guys in. We can embark. Get you there. Don't know if they'll be able to shoot from this angle. I got to get used to that kind of stuff. And now we just start fighting. I think we can grind them down now. Yeah, we have another archer on the way over. And the city-state was reinforced, so we can bolster their militia again. So we're just going to use all our excess influence to bolster that city-state. Yep, we shoot the defenses here. Let's get the envelopment. You guys head over here. Let's attack again. And we did some damage to the defenses, but we did lose a unit. Defensive settlement. This is the one that we... yeah, we want to drop this down. Drop it like it's hot right there. Nice. That's going to be raised in a second as well. Okay. So we're waiting. Yeah, City Guard. I mean, these are very early game techs. City Guard is nice. It gives you strength to your fortified positions, but that's more of an early game thing. Code of Laws 2, steal government secrets. I think we're super far ahead. We get the Bulwark ability for free. Let's actually see what that does. Okay. Soften them up a little bit. And then we're going to roll and right into the city. Should have another archer here. I think we'll get in. Did it break the defenses down? Okay, not quite. So the army will need to arrive. We'll actually go from the south side here. Okay, Xerxes landed some reinforcements nearby. So, yeah, he's going to beat up my archers. Good thing I brought the other army. Otherwise, it could be a little dodgy. All right. So he's asking for peace. Not at this point. I wonder if I could, like, vassalize him, actually. I think we're all right. Because I can only produce units from my capital city because of the way I'm playing by not upgrading. It's part of the strategy, but yeah. All right, so you move here. 6 signs for both leaders. Sure, let's party, Confucius. That's right, homie. That's what's up. Military training gives me an arena. Unlocks unit flanking. Oh, okay, that would have been useful. Good to know. We're learning it all now. And we can go ahead and just jump on philosophy here. All right, so next turn we can hit the capital pretty hard. We can build the Oracle, which is something I probably should have built a million years ago because it has some, every time a narrative event pops up, it gives you the goodies. And he's going hard on the defense here, isn't he? Grow town. Oh, man. Yeah, let's take the flat desert there. That's going to be +4 happiness. So now the city's actually in the green, which is huge. And we're going to go ahead and deploy... Oh, no. We're going to deploy the armies. All right. So that should be enough to take the city. Yeah, so we've gotten that. And next turn, we should be able to grab it, right? The archer is standing under here, so we'll shoot there. And then we'll have you fight here too. Although maybe the embark cost him his actions. I'm not sure. We're going to run down here. Do a little bit of kiting tactics. Okay. And let's pass. So 64% of the way to the next stage. And yeah, that should be... Oh, they reinforced it. Okay. Got it. Then the Legion can come over here and party as well. I wonder like what I could get out of Xerxes. Like if I could get a really fortuitous deal. Propose peace. He's just got nothing to offer. Is Parsa, that's his city, right? No, Parsa's one of mine. Yeah, it's his old city. All right. So for Xerxes, we'll propose peace. I think my people grow tired. We'll finish him another day. Yeah, it seems like I could hinder his civic studies. I could seal some stuff. But we will propose the peace for now. I could offer him some settlements, yes. Okay, he's happy with this. Okay. So he's chilling up there, and now the armies can recover. They've had a successful campaign, and what's cool now is we could become a quartermaster and just kind of make money from having our armies. So by having the quartermaster feature, we can make money from our armies. But I think that's a good spot to chill out for now. Essentially, we're pretty close to the next age. The age progress, we're at 65%, but it jumps up really quickly in the next 15, 20 turns. I believe I do have a 2-hour limit for this video, so we are going to be calling it for here, but you guys get an idea of the basics. I'm really excited to explore PvP and some of the different schemes you can do in this. I live for multiplayer games. It's my favorite, but once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Any pro tips would be welcome. I think we had an okay run. Some mistakes were made, but I really like Expansionist Rome. I think it's fun. I do want to try, so let me switch out here. So we're going to go ahead and save this. All right, we will save that. Perfect. And we're going to go to the main menu real quick. What I really want to try, let me show you something I'm excited for before we close things out. So we got a new game. This gentleman down here is Tecumseh. So you get +1 food and production per age in all of your settlements for every city-state you are suzerain of. So I want to try him with a civilization that is really... And you also get combat strength for every city-state. So your armies... Like my legionnaires got strong based on social policies. These guys will get stronger based on my city-states, which is very exciting. So like trying out Tecumseh with someone that's really, really synergistic with like Greece, that could actually be pretty sweet. You go Greece, you get bonus influence because of democracy or democratia, and then from there you use that to get the city-states on your side real quick, right? Like there's so many interesting little strategies to explore, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast, man. Looking forward to playing this with you all. And once again, thank you to 2K and Firaxis for sponsoring the video.